It seems like the most open space, this huge beach in this cove, and then as things become more and more weird and more threatening, and they can't leave, it becomes very claustrophobic for these individuals on this beach, and you can see them panicking and they're trying to get out. There's no doors to leave, and that suffocation the audience feels. And what used to be beautiful now becomes oppressive and dangerous. The water, which looks so beautiful at first, just becomes death to you. That slow turn from something that was safe to something that's unsafe is a beautiful goal of ours in the movie. I think it's ultimately, if we were talking about a genre, it would probably be in the sci-fi thriller genre. But all of the films have a very strong dramatic film at the center of it. That's really the engine underneath, the emotional engine, but the clothes are the genre. And I think from Sixth Sense on, that kind of fusion of drama and thriller has been the one that feels satisfying to me. I never wanted you to feel safe. I wanted you to be figuring out something, and then another thing comes on you. And now you're trying to figure out two things, and now a third thing comes on you. And now you go, okay, I think I got these three things, then another thing, and another thing. And then I'm trying to get you to let go. Eventually, you get to where the characters are, which is, I'll never be able to answer all these problems. I think audiences can sense the author's value system. Yeah. And they can, no matter how dark I get, and boy, do I get dark. I mean, I've done things in movies that you just can't do, right? You just can't do. I kill everybody, right? There's like, you could be a star, you could be a baby, you could be whatever. You're not safe in these movies. And the reason that I can do that and the audience goes with me is I think ultimately they're feeling that the person telling the story is hopeful and cherishes family, cherishes love, and, really it aspires to believe in the universe is a benevolent place. As your body's growing, the matrix of your mind is changing as well. So you are a 40-year-old man. You're taking in the situation as a 40-year-old man takes in the complexity of the way you're sitting and the way you looked at your watch. I'm catching all of that. Whereas if I was 12, I wouldn't catch that you glanced at your watch, or you actually a little bit, there's something disingenuous about what you just said. But at 40, you can feel it. You can feel those colors and the complexity. You don't have the life experience. So there's that gap in the life experience, but the matrix in how you're taking in the world is complex and subtle. So that was very specific for the actors. I said, don't make it seem like you are 12 and now you're taking in information like a 12-year-old. You're 40, and you're trying to make sense of all the information that your 40-year-old mind is telling you. It's slowed down, and it's telling you to focus in on these kind of things. You're not firing thoughts like a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old. You're not all over the place and distracted by the light and kind of go, oh, I'm hungry. No. You're not doing that. You're taking in information in a certain way. That's different than in other movies where somebody grows really quickly, let's say, for example. So that was a really interesting task for the actors to get a hold of.